When Jamesville-DeWitt High School entered halftime with a 1-point lead over neighboring Liverpool, head coach Jeff Ike knew what they had to do.
All right, that's a great half of basketball, but it could even be better. Ball got in a couple of times deep. We found Preston at the three-point line on an offensive rebound. That's great work. That's a great job. That's the basketball we're looking to play. We got to play that for 2 more quarters.
The Preston in question is Preston Shumpert. He and his older brother Payton were the cornerstones of a program well known as a direct pipeline to Syracuse University basketball. Coach Ike believes they're leaders, and so does SU's Jim Boeheim.
I was talking with Coach Boeheim, and he said, it doesn't matter what offense you run. It just matters who's taking the right shots at the right point in time in the game. And I think for Payton and Preston, that's their role.
There's evidence to suggest the Shumperts were born to make buckets. Like that. You see, it runs in the family. When Coach Ike asked SU's legendary head coach about Preston Shumpert, it must have felt like deja vu.
Shumpert, catch and shoot, rips it. Preston Shumpert.
Preston Shumpert Sr. is one of the best to ever take the court for Syracuse University. He set the school record for career three-pointers and remains one of the top 10 scorers in school history. Payton and Preston carry the Shumpert name on their backs and all its weight on their shoulders.
When my father was in high school, he was the star pitcher on the baseball team, a lefty with a killer curve and a couple of no-hitters to his name. So naturally, when I got to high school, I joined the team as well. I was a junior varsity bench warmer with so little playing time that they left me out of the team photo. And I still don't know how to throw a curveball. Let that be a cautionary tale.
It's a lesson Jamesville-DeWitt shortstop Matt Alexander has taken to heart.
So my dad is currently a professional scout with the New York Yankees. It's a different lifestyle. Not many people understand it. They'll usually ask me where my dad is, and I won't really know. When I go out on the field, the name on my back and front, everyone knows who I am, and I go out there just trying to do the best for my family and show who we are.
Both Shumperts made the most of their inheritance and earned all-state honors last year. Teammate Marshall Withers says opposing fans didn't make it easy.
They've always had that name on their shoulders and fans heckling them, but they were just all over the Shumperts all the time, whether calling them daddy's boy, overrated, but it never got to them. I think they took it as almost a compliment.
Jamesville-DeWitt's athletic director says that the school has an unusually large number of second-generation athletes. In fact, 3 Syracuse coaches have watched their kids play JD basketball in the last 3 years. This kind of pipe-bursting pressure can be found everywhere, but especially in JD's most successful sport, lacrosse.
Tanner Burns also feels the weight of history on his shoulders. He shares a number with his father, a 3-time All-American once named the best attacker in the country.
I mean, he was legendary.
Let's go, Burns scores!
It's all good intentions from him, but sometimes I don't see it that way. Sometimes I let my frustrations out, but when I get home, sometimes he'll not even say anything to me at that night, just kind of let it go, and then the next morning he'll dissect my game, tell me what to do better.
And who else helms the JD team but Greg Burns' teammate? Jamie Archer got the starting job once Burns graduated, becoming a 2-time All-American himself. His son was a high school All-American at JD.
Being able to separate the coach from father is a very difficult thing to do. There's nothing I like more than watching him play. I think the biggest concern for me was winning the state championship with him on that team. And for me to be a part of it and just be able to help him get there, as a father, I don't think there's anything you could ask more of.
Payton Shumpert committed to Division I Stony Brook University last year, which left Preston with an unenviable task, stepping out of his family's shadow and catching collegiate eyes during a season shortened by COVID-19. The penultimate game of the season was the first to allow fans. Each player could bring 2 guests, but Preston got to bring 3. He was a little off his game. He only scored 17 points. But when he stepped up to the stripe, he sunk every single one. Like father, like son. Sam Gelfand, NCC News.